These days, the auction house makes our lives a lot easier. People don't really need to interact with each other anymore. But even so, knowing how to negotiate is a very important skill to have. Now let's go over a few tips I have for it. Here's 5 quick ones for you. Think with your brain, not your heart. So you gotta be smart when you're negotiating. You can't fall for any sob stories or anything. Even if they are true, you need to look out for yourself. And then maybe if you grow, you can help out people if you want then, but make sure you're well off first. If people decide to think on a deal, try everything you can to make the deal happen then and there, because they'll probably fall through. People that are like that are usually pretty smart, and they'll go around and research. Some people aren't smart and they go around research and they'll just take the first word of advice that's favorable to them. So in either case, you want to try and make the deal happen. But if it's a bad deal, just forget about it. You never want to accept postponed payment offers, because it could either be a scam, or the person could either be broke and not be able to pay you back. Just don't get caught up in that. Only take the full value offer. If they can't offer you the amount you want at that time, don't take it. Simple as that. You should only take item trades if it's worth your time. Gold is worth more than an item of the same value because it's easier to spend. Now everyone knows how to merge already. They just don't realize it. And you may be saying, how's that possible? Well, you can tell if a deal is good or not, right? That's all you need to know. And I'm not kidding, that's all you need to know. Because if you know something's good or something's bad, you can value items yourself. Simple as that. If you don't believe me, I'll show you a little flowchart I made. So here's our little flowchart. I did buying and selling. We're going to start with the selling side first because it's smaller. So the first thing you want to ask yourself is how rare or in demand is the item? Because they're both important factors. Let's say it's something that's common or few people want it. Is the offer reasonable? Well, if it is, sell it. If it's not, ignore the person. And by ignore, I just mean stop the deal. Don't go any further. You don't have to actually ignore the person. You get what I'm saying. Now, the reason you want to be so simple with these items is that they're hard to sell. You don't really want to try and negotiate too much. You just want to get rid of them. Ideally, you don't want to buy any items like this unless they're dirt cheap. Now, let's say you do have a decent item. Is the offer alright? Yeah, you could sell it, or no, you could just ignore them. In both cases, you can ask for more, and when you do, you should definitely point out the good things about it. Like how a fire axe has a lot of damage and strength too. Let's say it works, then yeah, sell it. If not, if you pick no up here, just go back to ignore. If you picked yes, you could sell it for the original offer if you want. Something that's high demand, that's definitely a seller's market there. So, do you get offered a high amount? No, ignore them. Yes, you could sell it, or you could point out why it's worth so much. Ask for more. If it worked, sell it. If not, just wait them out. They'll probably crack under the pressure. I usually ask for as much as I can on rare items because you can get away with it. I mean, who else are they going to buy it from, right? Now let's head over to the buying side. Now, is the item for sale? No, let's say. Can we convince them to sell it? If you can't, just leave them alone. Don't pester anybody. That's how you get enemies. That's how you get haters. You don't want to do that as a merchant. Now, if you can, you go back over to the left. Now, yeah, it's for sale. Let's say it's not in the auction house. Is the price fair? If it's not, You point out the flaws. If they don't drop the price, ignore them. If they do drop the price, come back up here and ask yourself if it's fair again and repeat. Now let's say it is fair. You can either buy it, do an item trade if it's worth it, or you can attempt to offer even less. Now did it work? Yeah, buy it. Not? You ask yourself, are they mad at me? Now if they are, you could offer the original amount if you want. If not, you could still offer the original amount, or you could try and wait them out. I wouldn't try and wait out somebody who's mad, because it's probably not going to work. I mean, you could try it, but just experience. Now let's say that the offer is in the auction house. Is it fair? No, you can just ignore it, or you can ask them to buy it cheaper either through mail or by whispering. Mail is something I do for stuff that's less urgent, and whispering is stuff that I do for stuff that's more urgent. Especially if it's, say, something like an essence blade or something. I'll camp out and wait for them to come online. Now, is it fair? Let's say it is. Is there a buyout? Let's say no. You can offer the bid amount if you don't think it'll sell. Or you can offer a little bit more as an incentive if you think the item is going to sell. If there is a buyout, you want to do basically the same thing, but you want to act a little bit faster, because there's potentially a chance that somebody could just buy the item. For a bid, that's not going to happen. I mean, there could be bids placed, but it ends when it ends, you know? And that's basically my system for buying and selling things. For the most part, basically my thought process. So, anyone who's questioning how to merch, this is a great start. A great little skeleton of it. And if you want this file I have here, I'll have it on my Discord if you want to grab it. And this is mainly for the people who learn how to negotiate, merch, bulk buy, all that good stuff. And I hope it could help out a few people. And as always, thank you for watching.